Hello everybody and welcome to Against the Storm. I'm FG and I'm here with a little tutorial that might make your life, hopefully makes your life easier when you're playing the game. And this little video is going to be all about hotkeys. Hotkeys, you don't necessarily need them, but it makes playing the game so much easier. There are 3 hotkeys that the game will actually tell you about, but if you're like me, you miss them until somebody points it out, because that's exactly what happened to me. Those keys are Shift, Control, and Alt, and M. So there's actually 4. I lied, there's 4, not 3. And they will make your life a lot easier playing this game. So the first thing that we're going to get to is Alt. Alt is a wonderful key that gives you information about filled and not filled jobs. I'm going to unpause this and let it run for a little bit. And basically what you can do is you press it and then you have your available people on the mouse wheel and you can decide who you want to place in here. So you can just go Alt, all right, 3 woodcutters, let's go. Same with the scavenger camp over here. Let's go, put you in there. Actually gonna, you can put that in there. Doesn't matter in this case because it's a scavenger camp. Certain camps other people are better than, but scavenger camp, it doesn't matter. And you can just assign people. You can also unassign them. You just click Alt again and just right click and they're gone and nobody is working there anymore. Easy peasy, but beats like clicking on the building and then clicking on all of these buttons and then, clicking on the next one and doing it again. So hope that's helpful. The second key is Control. Control almost does the same thing, sort of works the same as Alt does. Doesn't do the same thing, but it works like it in that it shows you the recipes. So we don't have a production building here right now because this is a harvesting building, right? Not a production building. So if we plonk down real quick the makeshift post and then fast forward to the time where the makeshift post actually exists, and the makeshift post exists. So if we hit Alt, I'm going to pause real quick, but if you hit Alt, you can, as you see here as well, you can enable and disable production of these things. You can also say here, only do eggs, don't do both. Not that it matters, but yeah, Control lets you easily see where you're making what once you have like your entire city full, and quickly enable or disable it, which is really helpful in that regard. The next button is also important in production buildings. First of all, you may have not noticed, but the ones that have a little circle with the arrows on, you can choose which resources to use to make them. You may have missed that. And you may have thought that the recipe is only this, but no, you can actually pick and choose what you want them to use in here. So building materials can, for example, be something completely different rather than just planks, for example. The next thing that is important is, for example, if you're overproducing something in this regard, you can hold Shift to change priority. It does say there at the bottom, but if you're like me, I completely missed it. So you can be like, all right, I want them to use only vegetables, or rather, if they have vegetables, use vegetables. Other than that, use everything else. Or you can be like, well, I want you to be third. Or 3 priority, you 2, but this one first, and then if we have nothing else left, use roots. So it goes from nothing to 1, 2, 3, and if you want to get rid of it again, just click again, and it goes back to no preference. But it helps you manage your resources and your income a little bit easier, or your production a little bit easier if you're, for example, overproducing one thing, but you don't really have too much of the other thing. Because, for example, I don't know, maybe you're using meat to make skewers and pies, but you want most to use it in skewers. But if you have some left, you can use it in pies, etc., etc. So that's really helpful, and that's Shift. So we're already through Alt, Control, and Shift. The last button is M. M is the last button, which is quite nice because you can just click on a building and then press M, not N, and then you can move it around. So M can be used to move buildings around, which is very nice. You don't even need to click on it. You can just hover over the building, hover over it, press M, and you can move it. You can also click here, click there, and then move it, but M, hover over it, move it around, click again, and it's gone. Well, not gone, placed, you know what I mean. So that's this really quick video about the hotkeys in Against the Storm. I hope it helps. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Also go check me out over on Twitch. I stream there as FG Squared. Hope I see you around. Take care, have a wonderful rest of your day, and bye bye.